Yesterday I was telling you guys that I want to take this hardware off of our dressers. We got the chest of drawers, the dresser, and then the 2 nightstands. So I'm going to take these off today and then spray paint them, but I wanted to let you just see what it looked like before so we can show you after. I just took off the first one and here's what it looks like. So it comes in 2 pieces, so I'll have to lay these out and spray paint them separately. We're out on the back porch. I just have a piece of cardboard here, and I tore a couple of Target bags just to kind of like, widen my area so I don't get any, overspray on the table. I wanted to show you both of the colors that I got. I got this matte farmhouse black. This is the first one I picked up, and then I saw this one which says oil rubbed bronze, and I'm pretty sure the hardware that we're replacing in the house is called oil rubbed bronze, so it looks to have a little bit more of a textured finish, but it still looks almost black, so I think this might actually be closer to what we want. So I think I'm going to try this one first and then see how it looks, and then if it looks too light or looks weird, I can always use this black one over here. I just realized I did the opposite of what I just said I was gonna do. I put the farmhouse black all over everything. So I'm gonna just put this over the top of it and hope that this shows up the way it's supposed to look. Yeah, I can already tell this oil rub bronze looks a lot better on here. Let me see. Show me what's in your hand. Is that acorns?
No, them.
They're broken? I think some of the squirrels were eating them. So they're looking pretty nice. I'm just gonna leave them set out here. I don't think it's gonna take too long to dry, but I'll probably leave them out here till tomorrow just to be safe. And then I'll reapply them to the dressers. We have this fan up here too, so I think I'm gonna turn that on and then just give them a little extra help. I am really thankful that these are still alive. I'm gonna be honest though, I have not been watering them as much as I probably should be, or am I? Because they're still alive. I haven't watered them since last week, but they look pretty good. I touched the soil, I went down like 6 inches, and it feels pretty dry to me. Like, if you can see the dirt on my hands, it's not wet, so I'm gonna put a cup of water in there and hopefully this is the right thing to do. And here's my lemons. Oh, remember that little bud I showed on Instagram? It's purple. Is that a lemon? Like, here's a bunch of other ones. Oh my goodness. Who wants lemon meringue pie? If these are all lemons, like, somebody tell me, what am I looking at right now? Are these lemons? Because we're gonna have like a million. Here's an update on our bird feeder. It looks like it's still pretty full, so the squirrels must be leaving it alone. But I also haven't seen many birds either, unless they just forgot that we didn't have birdseed in there for so long. Maybe they just stopped coming. Too many bad reviews on Twitter. Good morning. It's the next day. We're gonna go outside and check on our little knobs that we painted last night, or yesterday, and see if they're dry so that we can put them back on the dressers today. Story's gonna help me. Let's just check them real quick and make sure that they're dry. They look dry. They feel dry. They don't feel sticky or anything, so I think they're good to go. Let's see. It looks like maybe I need to do another coat on these because it looks a little thin on the sides here. I don't think I quite got that really good. I think these are okay though. Ooh. I might need to do one more coat. Alright, I just put one more coat on all sides and tops of all of these, so we're gonna just let that dry one more time and then they should be ready after this. Something told me last night I should just go out there and check them and put one more coat on so they could dry overnight, just in case, but did I do it? No. Okay, I talked about changing all the hardware on the house to this oiled rubbed, I never say this right, oiled bronze. So now I'm looking at all of the other hardware on all of our other pieces and I'm like, should I take this off too and then spray paint it? I mean, while I'm doing it to the bedroom, I might as well do it to everything else. Pretty sure I could do it. I don't know. Should I cover this up and do that? Or just leave it like it is? These I think would be a good one to do that too. Let me see here. How do you get these off? Yeah, they're just little screws, so I could probably do that. How ambitious am I today? I think I'm gonna do it. Alright, that only took like a couple minutes, so I'm gonna go spray paint them now and we should be able to put them back on by tonight. I think these four that go on the nightstands are ready. They're pretty dry, so we're gonna go put those back on. Okay, they're in. That was a little bit more of a pain in the back than I thought it was going to be, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me flip you around. Don't mind all the clutter right now, but these were silver, if you can remember, so I think that looks pretty good with them being the dark color. We have some chips on our furniture, so ignore that too. It's not like the best quality, but... And why is this so blurry? Okay, there we go. But yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer than the silver. Okay, I think all these are dry enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all these back on the dresser now too. Honestly, I think we did pretty good trying to match these up. Like, these are a little bit warmer, I think, but that's pretty close. This is the original, this is the painted one, just for reference. Okay, somebody wants to model for us, but I'm trying to show you the finished dresser, and I think it looks really good. Do you think it looks good?
Uh-huh.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
Here it is without the child, but it does look really nice. I really like this a lot better than the silver that we had. And like I said, I think we did a good job matching the finish with that paint, because it's very, very close. I'll link the color of that paint down below so you guys can see what it's called again. We're outside before lunch, and Story loves to throw pine cones in the water out in the pond. And we don't have any more pine cones on the ground, but we do have all these little spiky balls, as we call them. I don't know what they're called, these gumball things. So I convinced her to pick those up and throw those in the water. Fun for her, and gets them out of our yard for me. Yeah. So close. Okay, go get some more. Does this mean? These things are what I'm talking about. We're constantly stepping on them and breaking all of our ankles. But you can see them all over the yard. All over. Okay, I was really impatient and I just went ahead and put the hardware back on this piece downstairs, and it looks so good. Look how much better this looks. Like, why did I wait so long to do this? I probably should have waited just a little bit longer because it was still a little sticky when I was trying to screw them back in, but I mean, I think they look pretty good. I didn't mess them up too much. I should have done this like years ago. This looks so good. Am I crazy? But I want to take every knob out of this house and spray paint it. I'm in the kitchen now, and this is how the cabinets looked when we moved in, and we've just left it because we just don't have the money to do any kind of kitchen renovations right now. I told you guys we're switching out all the hardware, so we did the deadbolt, but not this part yet. But now can I just take all the knobs out and spray paint those too? Because that's basically free now that I have the paint. But also we have like 1,000 knobs. Stay tuned for that. I don't know how ambitious I'm gonna be today. Alright, I decided DIY or DIM, doing it myself, updates are gonna be done for today, and I'm gonna get started on dinner because Tori's awake from her nap already, so I'm gonna get that going because what I'm gonna do actually takes a little bit of time in the oven. We're gonna have the spaghetti squash pasta, and we've never had it before, so this is gonna be a first. This is not revolutionary. I've known a lot of people that have had it and love it. So we're gonna try it. It's keto friendly and vegetarian, so it fits our diet. Story loves pasta and anything Italian, so I think she's gonna like it too. Golly, that was hard to cut into. Why didn't anybody tell me it was this hard to cut? I should have just backed over it with the Jeep. It would have been easier. Alright, I finally got it cut open, so I'm going to get the seeds out, and then I'm going to drizzle some olive oil and salt and pepper all over it, and throw it in the oven at 375 for about 50 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. My spaghetti squash is in the oven now, so it's going to sit in there for about 45 minutes and then I'll check it. I really didn't know what I was going to do with this. I was just going to make some kind of a spaghetti, but I think I'm going to try to make a casserole with it. After it's done cooking, I'll just shred it up into the noodles and then maybe put it in this little 8x8 casserole dish that I have. And maybe layer it kind of like lasagna style. I don't really know how this is going to work, but I have some stuff out here I think might be good. I'm gonna start with an 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, and then maybe like a half a cup or so of this mixed in, and then I think I'm gonna mix that up, maybe add some salt, pepper, maybe some like parsley, and then layer that with some spaghetti sauce. What do you think? Does that sound good? I'm gonna make my spaghetti sauce using the Beyond Beef. So it's like not real meat, it's that, you know, whatever it's made of. I'm gonna use that with just a good old cheap jar of pasta sauce from Aldi. It's organic, so that's good. And it's low carb, it doesn't have any added sugars or anything like that, so I think it's still keto friendly. So I'll mix that up with my meat, layer that on top of the spaghetti squash, put the cheese mixture on, and then like kind of do it again to where make it kind of tall, you know, and then sprinkle some mozzarella, maybe some Parmesan, bake it until the cheese melts. I don't know, you guys, we're gonna try it, we're gonna see how it is. Here's my cheese mixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my meat sauce, and then I'll have all my layers pretty much ready to go. I'm sorry about this sun, you guys. It is just that time of day. It is just coming right on in this window. If you've never cooked with this Beyond Beef before, this is pretty much what it looks like. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world. It doesn't really change colors or anything. It does taste pretty good, and how I know that is Tim eats this, and he's the most carnivorous man that I've ever known. So if he likes it, I know that they did a pretty good job of making this taste pretty close to meat. Alright, this looks pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my sauce and let this simmer for a little bit. If I can get this jar open. Is this a joke? What's happening? Alright, this has never happened to me in the history of my life. This jar lid will not come off. Like, it's spinning, but it's not coming off. What does that mean? Oh, this is gonna end real messy, I feel like. Success. I had to beat on the side of the lid with some scissors, but it popped right off then. Phew! Thought we were gonna have a crisis. I have about 5 more minutes before I can take the spaghetti squash out of the oven, but I think I might take it out a little early. Since I'm doing this little casserole, it's gonna go back in the oven anyways for another 20 minutes, so I think if I just take it out early, it'll be fine. I'm so impatient. There we go. It's sizzling. How are you supposed to do this? Just like start digging this way, this way? Oh, okay, I see. This is bizarre. You guys, I feel so new here. This is my first time doing this, but like, I'm kind of impressed with it. It looks like noodles. I bet it won't taste like it, but I think mixed with all this cheese, I think it'll be pretty good. Got all my layers in here. I did 3 layers of the meat, 3 layers of the noodles or the spaghetti squash, and then 2 layers of the cheese spread. So the final layer, I'm just gonna put a big old whopping bunch of mozzarella. I used almost the whole bag of this mozzarella, but then I put a little bit of shaved Parmesan cheese on top because, I mean, there wasn't enough cheese, and why not? Now, this bad boy's going in. I'm gonna start at like 20 minutes and see if that's enough. You wanna see how I clean up? Just kidding, I have all this to do. Yeah, and some of these are hand washed, so I can't just shove them in the dishwasher either. Check it out! I did the broil for maybe like, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 minutes, just so it could get kind of like brown and crispy. It looks really good. There it is from the side. I'm gonna let this rest for a little bit before I cut into it. Naturally, the sun went down, well, almost, so the lighting is completely different, but I think this is rested enough, and I'm gonna cut into it because Story's hungry, so we're just gonna get that going and start dinner. But I also had a little bit of Caesar salad left over from the other night, so I just mixed that up too. So we're gonna have that with our spaghetti squash lasagna. Kind of liquidy. I guess that's from the squash. Oh my gosh. Ooh, we made it. Okay, clearly we're gonna have enough for the next like 2 weeks. I'm probably gonna cut this in half and freeze some of it so that it doesn't go bad, because there's no way that Story and I are gonna eat this that quick. Need to scoot in a little bit? Well, one of us likes it. I'm a little nervous. It smells really good, but I know that's not a noodle.
What are you doing, Mama?
Honestly, I can't even taste the squash. All I taste is the cheese and the, you know, like the meat sauce. Meat sauce. Yeah. This is good stuff. You like it? Okay, Tim, when you come home, we're having this. I think you're gonna like it.
Yep.
I know you're shaking your head right now, but yeah, this is really good. Good job, Mama. I think this is a good spot to end it, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye so we can finish our dinner. Story wants to go play outside before the sun goes down, so I don't know how much time we're gonna have before that happens. Thanks for hanging out with me today and helping me get all that hardware spray painted and switched over. I think everything looks so much better, and I think I've decided that I am gonna go ahead and do the cabinets in the kitchen, but I don't have time today, so I'm gonna probably do that maybe like this weekend if it's nice outside. I don't know, we'll see. Dinner was excellent. I've surprised myself, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of anticipated this not being my favorite. I just didn't know. Just goes to show you, try it before you judge it, because if a 2-year-old likes it, I mean, what else do you need? Alright. I'm gonna help this one because she's
Bye.
got a lot happening. Bye, guys.